So welcome to this Wise review video. In this video I want to show you what you can do with Wise. It was formerly known as TransferWise, so you might know this under this name, but it's the same service. They updated their brand and now it's simply called Wise. So in essence, what you can do with Wise, it's a service where you can transfer money internationally with very low fees. That's kind of their unique selling point. So they are a bank, but they kind of focused their service on sending money abroad into different currencies. If you are interested in how the mechanics works behind it, so how you can send, for example, 1,000 USD to someone in Europe, then I also have a tutorial here on my channel where I show you step by step in a tutorial-like video how you can send money. But this review video is more like a broad view on Wise and what service they offer for you. So feel free to switch to the video or stick to this video if you want to see what Wise can also do for you. Yeah, before we start, really important, you will find a link to Wise down in the description of this video. It's a partner link, so they pay me a little commission that I'm doing these videos here. I really enjoy doing them, so I would really appreciate it if you decide to use Wise. Feel free to click on the link down there and then start using it, because then you help me to grow my channel here and I can do a lot more of these videos. Yeah, but without further ado, let's start. Let's have a look what Wise can do for you. So if you have clicked on the link, you will land on this landing page here, and they did a really great job over the years of improving this page, because the user interface is now really transparent and you directly see how much money it will cost you to send, for example, here 1,000 USD to someone in Europe. You can enter the amount, whatever you want to send in here. So when I, for example, want to send 2,000 USD to someone in Europe, it will get updated automatically. Or you can also, if you want to send someone exactly 2,000 euros, so you, for example, you paid for a product or something, then you can type in here 2,000 euro and then it will get updated in the USD amount, so you don't have to type in and play the guessing game to end up here at 2,000 euros. And in between they show you what it actually costs to send the money. Let's start at the bottom with the exchange rate. So you're wondering, why is Wise now a good service for sending money abroad? Because they give you the exchange rate, which is pretty close to the one on Google. For example, here, USD in euro, it's 0.897. And when we check this out on Google, we will see USD in euro is 0.9. So TransferWise is even a little bit cheaper than the current exchange rate you get from Google. Why is that important? Because normal banks like Bank of America or Chase or PayPal, they give you mostly a bad exchange rate. So they add their own markup on top of that and you end up paying more. And if we are speaking now about like $2,000, then a little increase in percentage of the exchange rate can make this whole thing way more expensive for you. That's why Wise and their unique selling point is to give you always the best exchange rate, which is normally the one, whenever I checked, it was the one I saw on Google. But of course, they will add also some fees to it. For example, their own fee is here $10.12 for the whole service. And depending on how you want to send the money to Wise, they also add a fee, because they have different ways you can send money to them. For example, a bank debit, then the fee is 3.58 USD. Or you can wire transfer the money and then the fee is 4.14 USD. And the mechanics are, you send the money to Wise. For example, you wire transfer them the money to their bank account. And once the money is received by the system of Wise, then they will issue, in our example here, the 2,000 euros to the recipient in Europe. For example, me in this case. And then the money gets transferred abroad. And this is how their service in essence work. If you have an amount which is lower than our amount right here, so for example 1,000 euros, you can also pay with debit card or credit card. But as you see, the fees are much higher because Visa and MasterCard or American Express, they also want their piece of the pie. And that's why it gets so expensive here. Now, if you're wondering if Wise is the cheapest service out there, they are very transparent about this. So you can click on compare prices. And then you will find this table here where they will show you their own fees compared to their competitors, for example, MoneyGram or Western Union or Wells Fargo. These are brand names you probably know. And yeah, sometimes they are the cheapest, but sometimes they're not. And I really like that they are so transparent about it, because then you always see how much you pay more or less compared to your normal bank. If you go down here, for example, the Chase Bank or PayPal, which a lot of people also use to send money abroad, then the fees are much higher. You pay 50 euros already for that. So that's why it makes sense to use a service like Wise. To get started, simply click on the link down below. Then you enter the amount you want to send and then click on Get Started, and the system will take you through the transfer. And if you have trust issues at that point, you can check them out on Trustpilot and see here, the comments and reviews from their existing customers. They have over 142,000 customers who gave them a rating of about 4.6, which is pretty excellent. And you can go down here and read their comments. It's like an Amazon review. So it's a well-known service out there. I trust them. I use them quite a bit. But sending a lot of money abroad can always be a trust issue. Feel free to check them out first on Trustpilot, and then you can click here on Get Started. So this is the service they've started with over the years, but then they added also more services or products to their portfolio. And I quickly want to show you in the end of this tutorial what they also can do for you. So they do a pretty good job in communicating this over here. This is the money transfer we have just seen. You can of course do this on your phone. Simply download the app and then you can send money abroad also on your mobile phone. Next you will see the credit card from Wise. This is a credit card. You can pay 9 euros for that, and then they will issue you the credit card and send it to you. And with this credit card, you can pay in over 200 countries and in all the different currencies. So Wise gives you a kind of a bank account where you can hold your funds. And whenever you pay, for example, when you are like a pilot or a salesperson and you fly over to Great Britain and then you pay with your credit card, it will directly pay whatever you bought in the local currency in British pound. And then you don't have these high exchange rates, which we have seen over here, because Wise does a fairly good job in this. And it's kind of their focus. That's why they are so good at this. This credit card is pretty good for people who travel a lot or who like do freelancing in different countries and then have to go there for different jobs, because then you can always have the best exchange rates and save a lot of money compared to your, let's say Wells Fargo or Chase credit card. The next service is that they give you also international account numbers, so bank account numbers. This is really good if you're going abroad for work and travel, or if you're a freelancer working in Europe or something, because then let's say you live in America, so you're known to the concept of like routing numbers and account numbers. But here in Europe, we have an IBAN number and a bank code, a BIC. And for me in Europe, it would be way cheaper to pay someone to an IBAN number, because this is what my bank knows. And then I don't have to transfer the money internationally to a bank account or routing number here in America. And the service is quite helpful, because then it's way cheaper for everyone who participates in the transfer. And for you, it's fairly easy then to go abroad and earn some money, because then you kind of have a local bank account over there. This is pretty cool. You can click here to see all the details about it. And the last part is, of course, since they have all the currencies, they have over 50 currencies here. And depending on how many you use of them, you can also hold the currencies in your account and see always the balance of how much, for example, USD you have, how much euros you have, and how much British pounds you have in your account. This is the service they offer to you as a person, as a private customer. And of course, they are a bank. They also have a business account here. So when you click on here, they will show you what you can do as a business. For example, if you have suppliers in China, then you can use Wise perfectly to pay them money. And here, this is kind of the dashboard where you can see the status of your transfer. And if you're on the plane, for example, you can also use your mobile phone. So the user interface, as you see, it's quite well designed as the whole homepage here. I really like it. I used it to pay some suppliers in China, and I used it to transfer some money to some friends over in the US, and it works really great. I never had an issue so far. I really hope you liked the video. Feel free, as said, down in the description is the link. And see you in the next video. Goodbye.